Baruch Hashem, Vov Tishrei Tavshin Pei Daled. Today we're going to learn Amud Ayin Hey and Ayin Vov, the 38th day in the limit of the Hemshech of Tafresh Samach Vov of the Rebbe Rashab. So we're going to start a few lines before at the end of Amud Ayin Daled. We're talking about yesterday the Maila that Ratzon has over Tainug, that Ratzon only wants the Amitis HaDavar, not a Davar, not something that comes out of it. Whereas with pleasure, you enjoy something about the thing, not the etzem of the thing. Ratzon, you want the etzem thing. L'mashal, we see that when a father wants a son, or a son wants a father wants a son, even if the son is not v'yazdarf to zayin, so there's no tainug whatsoever. Adrav, there might be tsar from the son, but the father still wants the son the way he is be'etzem, because that's what Ratzon is. Ratzon is the gab be'etzem. V'adugma mizeh yuvan gankin ba'avoda. We see this also in avoda b'inin mesir sanefesh ha'amiti be'echad emes. When we say echad emes, the Eibishter, the one truth. The Ikar is we're drawing down the will. Depths in the depth. The depth of the heart. When you say a double mem, that is the depths of the depths. Which you bring out ta'amitis haratzon. This is higher than the pleasure you have for the light you have from pleasure. Even which makes klois hanefesh. This is not the essence of the soul, the essence of the soul, the way it is. You only chap on to what you have, to what you enjoy. To less machshava tfisa beiklal. It's not the core of the Eibishter. That is less machshava tfisa beiklal. Kim b'vchinas ratzon ha'amiti, and this is back to what we said in previous mamarim. Nitpas iyu b'reusa deliba, the ratzon halev, because it's negat to your etzem, it reaches the etzem. Shezeh b'chinas ha'omek pnimis nafshi b'merutzas kol atzmusa. The ratzon runs out with its whole essence. Again, ratzon has this other maila where there's merutza of the etzem, whereas by tainug it's only a ara. This reaches the inner essence of the Eibishter's truth. To you, again, not midoisav, elav lolu midoisav, right? We don't want one of the Eibishter's hamshachas. We want the Eibishter's atzmus, which that's from Ratzin, the koilam seres nefesh, the kriyishma shu elav dafka. K'moy yosim elav liboy elav dafka v'loy libchinas. Only to the Eibishter himself. The way it is in the Amitis Atzmus, and like David HaMelech says in Tehillim, Amitcha Eloi Koi. The pasuk over there says, Gamani, no. Gamani oitcha b'chli nevel, amitcha eloikoi azar molecha. To the truth of the Eibishter, the essence of the Eibishter, is what David HaMelech was trying to reach through his smears. Voinin hu the be'emes ikar is vasim loving b'nei ratzon. The way you can see if the will of a person is from the depths of the depths or not, it's only when you look at where the will spreads out, the thing that you desire and you want. If you want to reach the truth of the thing, if it's the truth of the thing more than the way it is in your own etzem. And not when your will is only the chitzonis of that thing. Meaning to say, if what you want its pnimius more than your own pnimius, meaning you care about that the way it is more than yourself, and not that you want just the chitzonius or some external factor from that thing. Bilvad, if all you want is the chitzonius, that is proof, that is clear proof that all you wanted is an awakening of the will from your own chitzenis. It says in other places, that Yosef HaTzadik said, my alumasi, my bundle of wheat stood up in his dream. This was Yosef's mila over the shvatim, which came from the inner depths of his soul, of his heart and soul. That's why his ratzin spreads up much higher. Like we said in the previous mamarim, in one of the earlier mamarim in the Hemshech, that to be mevarer birurim and take it higher than the highest you can go. Birurim can only go to ad v'loyad bichlal. Sorry, to ad v'chlal. You can only get to like a level that you can reach. To get higher than that, you need madrigas of Yosef. That because again he awakened the ratzin mikerev lev as well. When you daven from the walls or from the depths of your heart, ketfilas chano, ketfilas chiskiyo, oila lamayla ba'atzmos ma'amash, could reach the atzmos ma'amash because you reveal how the ratzin comes from your own etzem and it reaches the etzem. The Eibusher is close to anyone that calls him. What does be'emes mean? With reality, pa'amitas kiris levave from the walls and the depths of your heart. Davening is called a ladder. B'fchinas atzmos ein soif ma'amash, in the essence of the Eibusher himself. Zel b'chinas oimek tachas, shemagia al oimek rum. Your davening from the inner of your heart is oimek tachas, the depth from the low, which reaches the depths of the above. Zel inyan alias ha-oimek harotzin. This is the idea of the depths of the will going up, higher and higher. By the thing you want to reach into, you go higher and higher. And that shows that it comes from the Pnimius Alev. Well, my line is it's only to connect in the Eibusher himself. I only want you, I don't need anything in the heavens, I don't need anything in the earth. The Kavanah b'Maimer Zeh saying to eliminate anything that you may want besides the Eibusher himself. And this is a proof and a sign to show the depths of your will to connect to the Eibusher. You do not have a will or a desire in anything besides for the Eibusher himself. Anything that you want, you will reach. You want to reach and get to dafka b'pnimis ein sof b'mahusei v'atzmusei dafka v'loi b'shum davar zulosei and nothing besides for him. Even madrigs of the Eibusher that come out in a closeness. That's what he's saying. Who do I need even in Shamayim Elyonim in these levels that are b'pchinas kirov? You have a vadimkeit and a dernenterkeit to the Eibusher. You feel close and happy to be next to the Eibusher, which is a level of Makif V'Seviv, which is higher than Ishtalshlos. This is Ratin as well, the general Ratin. Which creates this coming, which is the source to make the level of Ishtalshlos and Hatzil's Bria in the Olamas, all these Abiyah from high down. These levels of Kirov are still levels which cannot handle Atzmus Ein Sof because they're all that you need from the Eibusher. They cannot sustain you, they cannot handle the Eibusher at all. They're all Kalim for the Atzmus. The less Machshava Tfisa Be'klal, Machshava cannot reach the Eibusher. Afilu B'chinas Machshava Omak V'Yoser Elyon. So B'kitzer David HaMelech here is saying that I want the Eibusher the way he is, and because you want it Oimek, the depths of the depths, the highest level of the Atzmos, this shows that it comes from the level previous of Atzmos of you yourself. Because you do not want any of the other levels of Oinek or Tainik you may reach along the way, not even these higher levels which are B'chinas Kirov, since at the end of the day they loyal Chal Kalucha and they're only like Kalim for the Eibusher himself. Even the levels where the Eibusher lowered down from this level of Oineg HaElyon. They're called land, Even these high levels of tainug which the Eibishter kind of made available for us, they're like batal v'tafel, they're nullified and they're secondary to the etzem of the Eibishter. Ki'en kol zerak b'chinas tzimtzum oira tainug v'aratzen liyos hishtalshlus, in order that there should be a hishtalshlus b'vav alf and shnin in the 6,000 years in the hishtalshlus of the olamis, in the limited zman and makim of the world. The bichlal zeh, in this level of vav alf and shnim are gamma gilum the Gan Eden va'olam haba kenal. They also have these revelations of Gan Eden, like we said. Kol zerak ketafel, they're only secondary. Ka'ur v'ziv, a light and a shine. Ba'alma alone the gabi shashui ma'atzim, to the essence, to the core pleasures of the Eibishter, shenikrem shashui ha'melech b'atzmusei, which are called the Eibishter's pleasure, the king's pleasure in him himself. Shizel b'chinas atayna ga'atzim v'nelam sheb'chinas aratzim atzim teramitzis, which this is the atmistic tainug the Eibishter has in the Ratzin of Torah Mitzvahs, she's gal b'chinas tainug zalazid, which this tainug will be revealed lasid lavi when Mashiach comes. And again, these are the levels which the neshama wants to go through its Ratzin. Shalamayla, this is higher, Mekar kol ha'tanugim elyonim ha'klam v'ha'pratim, it's higher than the source of these pleasures, the general and the specific ones. K'mashagasav ki imcha, you Mekar chaim, the source of life, afilu Mekar ha'tanugim, the source of all life and all tanugim. V'alkein, mili b'shamayim, and who do I have in the heavens? V'imcha, mashe imcha, anything that's imcha. Shetafu batalcha, which is secondary and nullified to you. Pchinas ki imcha v'karchaim, the level which imcha is the source of the life, the source of tanugim. Gambaz alechafatzli b'kararatzin. I do not want this in principle, my principal will. Gamle b'schar hamitzvos v'olam haba. Even not in the reward of the mitzvahs in the olam haba shenikrayim noyam Hashem, which are called noyam Hashem, the pleasance of Hashem. We only want the pnimius of the Eibishter himself. And this is the main point, this is the main proof, or the main learning we can have of the depths of the Ratzin that we have from this idea, where this shows that the Ratzin Elyon of the Eibishter, the Ratzin Pnimi Yoser, the person reaches the Ratzin Pnimi of the Eibishter. This can only be achieved through the Kach Ratzin. Ratzin draws down your etzem. Because of this, Masi you can reach, Magia you can grasp, Magia you can reach. The etzem Adavar, the core of the thing. Aval Tainug, pleasure, again we're discussing the difference between Ratzin and Tainug. Einem Agia, that's why Adavar Mamash cannot reach this etzem. That a Tainug can only reach any of these levels that we mentioned of B'Shamayim or Imcha, right? Tainug is drawn down in the Oifen of Ha'ara, not the Oimek Pnimius HaNefesh. Lachin Einem Agia, etzem Mamash. Pnimius can get the Pnimius. Etzem can get the etzem. Ha'ara cannot get the etzem. Achzer Akpinis is Pashtos Einik. This only the einik that gets spread out, the one that comes kind of where etzem can control. But the etzem hataynog that is concealed in your etzem, it's a ikar pnimis shekol davar, and this is what controls. This is the main pnimis of every single thing, including this ratzon. Even this ratzon, which is only from your core, not because you're going to feel the tainug. Yesh b'pnimiyusay b'chinas oineg. It has b'pnimiyusay oineg because they're one koyach. Elash is oineg ha'atzmi legamri. Ha'atzmi hanelam legamri. It's concealed etzem the oineg. Ve'enem is gala ve'enem nechshka. It's not revealed and not filled. U'mashem is gala or ratzin levad, because that's the way they are one koyach. That's why the way they come out in Revelation is you see that one is powered over the other. Sometimes oineg over ratzin, sometimes ratzin over oineg. Ultimately, ratzin is stronger because beis pashtusai, it has this idea where it could reach etzem. Oineg beis pashtusai is ha'ara bilvad, but the etzem they're one koyach, and the pnimius of it is oineg. V'zeh inen she'en tam l'ratzin. This is the idea why ratzin does not have any reason, but any reason also means after tam v'oineg also not a taste and a flavor or a pleasure. We do not have any revealed pleasure. You only feel the will. Well, you do have the pleasure. It's only this concealed which is not in any way a level of reason, cause, or flavor of the ratzin. It is existent in the level of Ratzon Atzmi, Ushneimei Mitzad Etzem, since they both are Mitzad Etzem. Balpiza Yuvan, according to this, we can understand This that Oinig and Ratzon are one in another when they attack mispashet. So this we discussed at length in last Maimer. How once Ratzon is mispashet and Oinig is mispashet, one controls the other sometimes. In the Etzem and Nefesh, they're both from one root, one source. The Oinig is hidden, inner, and Hella hidden, and B'chinas Pinimis. Ratzon is external, B'chinas is Galus. The Efshali is Tainug B'lei Ratzon, therefore you cannot have pleasure without a will, B'lei Ratzon B'lei Tainug. If you have pleasure, the Ratzon is drawn in there. Anything you want, it creates and changes your Tainug. Which there is no Tainug revealed, Yesh Boy Tainug El Shahu B'chinas Oineg Hanelam V'Atzmi, since they come from the same source. And again, the Ratzon can control the Tainug. Hainol B'chinas is Pashtos HaTainug V'Tainug HaAtzmi Be'emes U'Kmoi HaRatzon HaAtzmi. But the pleasure that comes from your etzem, that is like the will that comes from the etzem, and they're both equal. And that's why the tainug, which is spread out with the spashet, is kind of given over to the ratzon, because it's only ara. And then sometimes they could switch over. The tainug gets enclosed because the way they spread out, like we said, sometimes the tainug is the one that's chitzoni and the ratzon is the pnimi, and then you have the tainug, the pnimi, the ratzon controlling the tainug, and sometimes you have it the other way around. Finally, I say that the pnimi is chitzonius. That's when they both come. And then the ratzon, the tainug is only this pashtos tainug in that case. That's so sometimes the ratzon will come first. And sometimes through ratzon, it reveals also the tainug atzmi, and that's where it kind of controls the tainug. When you have pleasure in your friend. In the etzem, again, this is not a spashtos tainug because it's the etzem, but you still have the tainug because the ratzon draws out the tainug because they're both one. This is an example of what's going to be when Mashiach comes. We're going to see now the pleasure of atzmis in mitzvahs. Again, not anymore the ratzon of the mitzvahs, which is all we have now. We're going to have the tainug atzmi. It's going to be nizgala. The Eibusha is going to have pleasure with his creations. The Yismach Yisrael ba'osav, again, elevating the ratzon or revealing the ratzon's pnimis tainug. And this is the will, the inner will of the ratzon, which will come out revealed. Which has this tainug. So so this etzem the tainug also gets revealed through ratzon. So we kind of summed up our discussion here. How ratzon and tainug both come from one etzem. We sometimes have ratzon controlling tainug, tainug controlling ratzon. Ultimately, Bizgalos, ratzon has the ultimate control, but it does have a tainug pnimi. It does have a tainug nelam, and that's where the ratzon draws out this tainug nelam, and that's going to be mizgal la'asid, like or like we see some examples even bisman hazeh when someone has tainug through something which is a ratzon atzmi. And now, according to all this whole discussion of the last two or more mamar of ratzon and tainug, I think it was just last two mamar. I think we started ratzon and tainug in Lech Lecha, yeah. Where did we start ratzon and tainug? We started with Usa the Liba and Lech Lecha, which is kind of this last machshava. We keep on going to the last machshava, Tfisa Be'klal. Yeah, and then in middle on Amud Samach Daled, Samach Gimel, we started in Lech Lecha the idea of Ratzon Elyon. So we say Apikol and Al Yuvan b'chinas Ratzon Elyon shebeh mitzvahs, Sharatzon shebahem, the will and the mitzvahs b'chinas Ratzon Atzmi. Right? It's this essence, because again, Ratzon Atzmi is misgala when you want to etzem adavar. Pnimis v'atzvus saying shef she'einu murkav b'shum davar. V'hu b'maitza mitzvahs b'pel mamash dafka. V'ein tam l'Ratzon zeklal. There's no reason or flavor or pleasure or anything revealed in this thing. Not even a hidden reason. And no revealed pleasure. Hakavana benigla here when we say revealed, we're not even referring to actually revealed. Not even in a drawn, a concealed drawn. There's no oinig shine coming out of this at all. Omnam behelem batzmo so kiviyachol nebeshtes hel etzem yesh b'zeh tainug v'chinas ratzin zeh. There is tainug because, like we said, ratzin has tainug from the same sheresh. Elo shul b'chinas nelam v'atzmi mamash. It's concealed and etzem. V'zeh nachas ruach lefonai. This is where we say the Eibshter has pleasure, and that's like we started asking. L'chayre is it oisin l'tzayne shal makim? How's it nachas ruach lefonai? Shal marti v'naser l'tzayne? Is it ratzin or tainug? So this is how we said, no, nachas ruach lefonai dafka. V'chinas pnimius v'atzmus ein tzayv baruch hu. In the essence and the core. Uveis galus, but when it's, so there's nachas ruach. But beis galus mitzvah slav lo'anis nidnu. When it's revealed, no, there's no tainug. If you ain't tam l'ratzin, there's no reason. Aval b'helem yesh b'zeh tainug. V'chinas ha'oineg ha'atzmi dafka. We have revealed now, and like we already said, when Mashiach comes, there's going to be the revealed pleasure. This that there's a pleasure before the Eibshter, and which that's the chiddush of la'asid, where this tainug atzmi will be revealed the way it is. To the neshamas adiyim, which are mekayim the Torah mitzvahs pa'al mamash. So we kind of closed out this idea, this question that we had. How is there the stira? Is it nachas ruach lefana? Is it oineg or is it ratzin? And now that we have this whole understanding where oineg comes from, where ratzin comes from, this is all very, very clear how ratzin is niskala and the oineg is only lefana, only vipnimius. Tomorrow, even though we're going to end the maamer ki yada'tiev, and we'll start this conversation of ya'as l'mechakaloi, which is going to be the new topic for the next few maamarim.